Hi, this is Angela, and I am here with your weekly guidance. This is your general forecast for the next 7 days from July 16th to July 22nd. If you are new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you're notified every week when your weekly guidance is posted. This is a general card read of letting you know what you can expect over the next 7 days. Of course, using your own intuition to interpret it to your life. All right, let's get going. Let's see what's going on. I have 5 cards. Oh, very good. So we do, oh, I love this. So we are starting out in I guess a higher vibration. I feel like there has been so many who has been feeling almost like this struggle bus energy of just trying to get going and really having to put that effort and that intention into raising your energy. So this week we are starting off a little bit higher and lighter, which is really nice. It says the good that you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of abundance, borrowing wisely or paying off debt, sharing your wealth with others. It also comes in with this new opportunity feeling. So, this opportunity is crossing your path, and it does feel like it's very divinely guided. There is a little bit of, like you said, that little bit of that unexpected type of, oh my God, that's so nice, or oh my God, I would love to do that, or oh my God, thank you for thinking of me, like that type of energy. And they're saying that, yes, there is some details that need to line up, that we are going to plan carefully, but then get going, because this does feel like if we wait too long, anxiety is going to come in and talk you out of doing it. So they are supporting this for you and wanting you to accept this abundance and accept this positive experience into your life and to move forward for it. They're saying if we're waiting for everything to be perfect, we're going to be waiting too long, right? So again, wanting to pay attention to details, wanting to be, responsible about it, but knowing that it's important for us to move forward in it and not let perfectionism hold you back. Now, there's also a decision that's coming in this week, and it is a conscious decision that needs to be made that is then going to bring in change. Okay. And this is definitely something that we have been back and forth on, because it's saying like stop procrastinating and over analyzing it, which means that you have already been thinking about it, right? It's been something that has been kind of on the back of your mind, or something that you're kind of back and forth about. They are showing that this needs to be, and they're kind of showing the band-aid being ripped off, right? So there is this feeling of, yeah, we need the change to come in. This is something that we want. Like, where's the apprehension coming in? Right? Where's that type of slow rolling? This is because to me, it feels like, yeah, of course. Of course, this is what you're deciding. Right. So, why are we having that hesitation, and why is there, this slow roll to commit or to move forward? Now they're saying like break free procrastination, releasing old belief systems. So there's something inside of you that is not aligned with your truth that is holding you back. So that self-awareness that will need to come in and be like, okay, why? You guys know I love the 5 why reflection tool. So this is asking yourself why 5 times, asking yourself, like, okay, what's holding me back? You get an answer. You ask that answer, why? And then you ask that answer, why? And what that does is get to the core issue, the core belief that is dictating these types of thought patterns, etc. Okay. Because I do feel like this is, to anybody outside of you, is like, yeah, of course, like no brainer, right? And so there's something that's inside of you that is coloring it a different coloring it a different shade, right? So we need to bring some of that awareness within there. There's also an ending and a releasing coming in this week as well, and this is really, it's coming in with boundaries. It's something that is hard for your heart. Intellectually, we know that we need to do it. Emotionally, I think there's going to be hurt feelings. I think there's going to be feelings of disappointment. I feelings of, I don't want to have to do this, but I got to do it. So this is a boundary. This is walking away from a person, place, or thing, hobby, habit, mindset, vice, dietary preference, whatever it is that is no longer for your highest good. Okay. This is also something that for many is going to be connected to relationships. There is this feeling of the last straw coming in connected to relationships. So you can see if you have already been in this back and forth energy that's connected to relationships and you're already kind of feeling like, okay, an end is near, whether this is romantic, platonic, professional, you could see, potentially this opportunity coming in this week, right? And so there is this, again, it says releasing situations or people that no longer serve you, seeing the humor in difficult situations. And then it also references the dissolving of relationships. But this is honoring yourself. And like I said, you have done everything that you can do. We have already been, understanding and compassionate and compromising, and now it's just this time of just like, you know what? I can't anymore. Or you're forced into a situation where you're just like, no, I'm not allowing this behavior, this dynamic, this communication style anymore. And that boundary is going to be put in place. So depending on the relationship for you will then depend on how that shows up, whether it's a boundary, whether it's a conversation, or whether it's the dissolving of that relationship. There's also this feeling of heaviness, especially coming in the second half of the week, with busyness, with obligations, with responsibilities. There is this feeling like there's not enough hours in the day, right? And so we do need to make some changes coming in there as well, meaning like adjust your expectations, delegate what you can, take off your plate what you can, make sure that you're taking that time to create a little bit of rest for you. There's almost this fear of, oh my God, it's not going to happen. Not everything's going to get done. It's not going to be perfect. And we have to release that because that's the feeling that's really increasing. It's really increasing this, energy for you. The Queen of Fire comes out, which says, and it reminds you how amazing you are. It says, there's nothing that you cannot do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life, right? And so there does need to be, this is also the reminder that you are in control of you. You are in charge of you. If you are at your breaking point, if you are tired, if you need a rest, only you can give that to yourself, right? We can't wait for someone else to notice when they are potentially drowning in their own experience. They're not going to be able to validate that for you because they are just barely keeping their head up with what they're at. So we do need to be our own number one. We do need to advocate for ourselves. We do need to acknowledge ourselves and not criticize ourselves when we do need to hit that pause button. Okay. We are not machines. We are not robots. And it is really important. And in my opinion, one of the biggest life lessons is to learn to unconditionally love and accept ourselves. And that also means understanding that we are not superhuman and we cannot do everything for everyone all the time. Okay. There is also, oh, what is that? That's interesting. Hang on, get another card. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's also this complex experience coming in this week as well, where it's like emotionally, we like go through all the emotions very quickly. And so there's this feeling of like, oh, we're receiving news. And at first, we're like, oh, okay. And then when we're left with it, we're like, oh my God, we morphed it into worst case scenario. This is horrific. I can't do this. This is, you know what I mean? But it also is a blessing because it says wishes come true, your dreams become reality. So this is something that's coming in that is invoking the ego. I think it's bringing in fear of maybe capability. Maybe there's some insecurity coming in. Maybe we're kind of like, oh my God, like that's so nice that you thought of me, but like, I don't know if I can do that. Right. And you certainly can. This is actually very pivotal, is the feeling. It feels like feel your feelings and then get out of your own way, because this is definitely a prayer being answered. This is definitely, it has hidden blessings to it That's the feeling. It has hidden blessings, which means that going into this experience, you may not be able to foresee the connections or the potential possibilities that come out of this. For an example, maybe you're invited out to go out with the girls and you're just kind of like, I don't know if I really want to do that. Maybe I'm feeling a little bit tired, but there is this feeling like, oh my God, if you do, then you're going to meet so and so. There's going to be that networking, whether it's a romantic connection, whether it's a professional connection, whether it's going to bring in a new job opportunity. There's like this feeling of like mixed feelings about it, unsure if we can do it. But oh my gosh, the benefits from it of kind of being in the right place at the right time, it has that type of feeling. So, of course, when we go into these experiences, we don't ever anticipate being in the right place at the right time, right? We always kind of look back at that and be like, wow, that was so crazy. Wasn't that so amazing that I ended up here at that time and I ran into so and so, or, I brought in that connection. They also just had me pull, oh my God, I have the goosebumps, the magician card. It says magic is alive in your life. What you need to be successful will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. So there is a lot of support around this, wanting you to face that insecurities, going, okay, hang on. Where is this doubt and fear coming in? And reminding you that you are amazing, that there is nothing that you cannot do, that this is something that is going to be beneficial for you. If you're doubting your capability, tell that doubt to take a hike, because you got this, you're going to do amazing, and it is going to be worthwhile in ways that you did not anticipate. All right. So I'm really happy to see this coming in. Overall, it's a busy week. It's a fast week. I feel like there's the potential of broken sleep as well. So you may not be sleeping great, which means that we need to have extra attention in these aspects of our life. We need to have a little bit more of that, okay, intentionally going to bed earlier, intentionally maybe shutting down our devices earlier in the evenings. Maybe we're going to watch our caffeine intake. Maybe we should be watching our alcohol intake. Maybe we should, bring a little attention to what we're putting into our bodies. I know summertime, we are willy-nilly in all the ways. But if you're finding yourself not sleeping great, then we need to be putting in some time and attention within that, because nobody's happy when they don't have sleep, right? And we're not going to be as efficient as we would want to be when we're not sleeping. So, kind of making sure that you are taking care of yourself in those ways. And I always say, you have no problem doing it for someone that you love. If it is your partner, your child, your family member, if they are having a hard time, you're like, oh, listen, you know exactly what to say to them. Take it easy. You don't have to do everything all the time. Make sure that you're getting some rest. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. So you have to take your own advice. We're horrible at that, right? So make sure that you are taking care of yourself with those kid gloves, with those compassionate gloves, um, as you move through this week, because there is a heightened demand on you. Now, that being said, everything turns out beautifully. Even the things that you have to let go, even that perfectionism that we're going to steer clear from, everything's going to work out the ways that it needs. So it is important for you to release any of that stress, that added stress. Okay. There is this feeling of bare minimum essentials is important this week. The rest of it is, you know, um, willy nilly. If we can do it, we do it. If we can't, we can't. And that is okay. Prioritizing how we feel about ourselves and our rest. All right. So I'm going to leave that with you. You will also notice this week that there is no individual daily messages. It is just this weekly forecast this week, because myself as well is involved in these messages. And I have a high demand week and I'm feeling a little under the weather. So I am going to give myself that little bit of that break and allow you to have this recording to serve you this week. But we'll go back to regular programming next weekend with your weekly guidance and then your individual daily messages. But don't forget to go to my Facebook page at Angela McClellan, or Second Medium Angela McClellan, to get your additional daily cards. They will be there. All right. I hope that you have a wonderful week. I'm sending you all the love, and I'll see you back here next weekend.